Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing on this Eufy indoor camera E30. This is capable of 4K. It does work with Apple Home. Here's everything that comes in the box. Here's the cable, which I'm going to measure everything, but we got USB-A to USB-C. Here's the power outlet. So you are going to have to power this. It's not battery powered. It needs power all the time. Here's the wall mounting bracket. We get a little sticker you could put in your window. Quick start guide, 2 screws and wall anchors. You're going to have to mount this, and then you can mount that, or you could set it on the table like I have here. This is something to help you, it's a positioning sticker to help you line up where the screws go. Now here's the actual camera. We want to be sure and take this off. There is an LED light on there. This is a pan tilt camera that we can control it with our smartphone. There's a speaker on the bottom. There's the sync button is right here. It's also the reset button. So we're going to plug the USB-C right into there. Now the wall mount works like this. You're going to want those hooks to be up. Yeah. So follow the sticker. You're going to take the sticker off. That's where the screws are going to go. But you can see that's how it is. If you have it like that, that's not correct. So it's a little tricky. Up is, and it's going to be the hardest part is going to be finding that little detent right there. That's down. So it slides in from the top and then it hits that detent. That's up on these. Okay, that way, then the unit, you're going to put the bracket in, and then so if this is mounted to the wall, you're going to put this on. So the Eufy symbol will have to go up, but it'll turn. So the camera, the cable and all that will have to go up. And then it slides down. Yeah, that's the trickiest part. But anyway, let's measure some things real quick. So the camera itself, 4.5 inches by about 3 inches by about 3 inches. Now here, this is going to stick out the wall about 2 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So this is going to output, it needs 5 volts, 2 amps. And you can plug this into 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. Now the cable is 80 inches long. So you have to plug it in. This will only go one way because that's USB-A. So find out which way it goes in. But the USB-C can go either way. So down here, you're going to plug it in. That can go either way. Make sure it kind of clicks into place. That's where the cable is going to go through. And now we need to go plug this in. Okay, so I've got it plugged in. We're going to watch it. We're going to power it up and connect it to the Eufy app. So there is a light there that's kind of purple. And now it's going to move on its own, so be careful. So it's going to kind of do a calibration check first. And that's where it's going to stay. So we'll just turn it this way. Okay, the quick start guide is pretty much useless. There's a QR code in there you can scan, but I do love Eufy cameras, but there's one thing, for some reason the alarm is on default, so we got to go through that real quick. So here I have the Eufy security app, and you can do different homes. I have a studio and the home where I have different ones. Here's some cameras that I have already. So let's go to home. All right, so we're going to click the little, make sure you're in security, click the little plus button, add a device. And this is the wired camera, and it's the E30 4K pan tilt. Pick which home you want to add it to. If you don't have a home, add a home. Next. All right, connect. I have a home base 3, so I'm going to connect it to my home base. You can just connect it to the router. And continue. plug it in. I do. Now I have to scan this QR code. Allow access to my camera, and then scan that code. Now I got to press the sync button until it beeps. There's the sync button. All right, let go. I heard the beep, and now it's connecting to it. All right, select your Wi-Fi. It only works on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and give it your Wi-Fi password.
Network, please
okay,
wait.
So it's speaking to me. But again, this thing, for some reason, the default is to alarm. And
Setup was successful.
Then there might be an update too. All right, so it's moving again. Hit next. There it is, yeah. So now it's connecting to the home base. So first thing it does is connect to Wi-Fi, and then now it's you have to put it close to the home base too. I think I'm relatively close. Okay, the home base, I could hear it. It told me that it's connecting. I didn't see a place for USB storage. Yeah, some of these, they have a place where you can put an SD card. I did not see that. So, okay, successful, done. Tell it where it's at. I'll put kitchen for now. This is the thumbnail. Since it's plugged in, I do include the thumbnail, a full notification. Microphone is on, audio recording. That was off by default. Yeah, update the firmware. So these do take a little bit. So let's update the firmware and then we'll come back. Okay, the update takes a while. Hit done. I'm going to put now select you're going to put it either on the wall, the ceiling, or the table. And you can change this later. Gives you the recommended height, mounting, and finish. Okay. Yeah, it was in live mode. So I just hit next. I like this AI tracking. That way it will track you when you start walking into the room. Hit next. So now it's doing a calibration. You want to have this where you're going to put it. It's just calibrating, making sure it's not going to hit anything. Man, that is crystal clear. Wow. And I can even zoom. Wow. So now this is going to be the preset positions. So wherever this is mounted, where do you want it to be looking all the time? That's going to help with the motion sensor. So you can move it with the pan tilt. It's like, oh, I want it over here. And then hit set. And you can set up to 4 different positions. So I could have it look up and then hit set. Or I only have to do one. It doesn't matter. Hit next. All right, there it is. So there's the camera right here. So I'm going to click on it. I was getting a big time feedback, so I turned the sound off. So let's go into the pan tilt, and now I can control the camera. It's very quiet. There's the maximum up. So you can see it doesn't go straight up. And then let's go down. There's the maximum down. And then it will go 360, I'm pretty sure, all the way around. Then you can select presets. Those are my 2 presets, and it'll go right to the preset. So putting more than one preset might be nice. You can do a panorama. So it's generating the panorama. It's taking a bunch of pictures. I forgot how that worked. And there it is. Oh, then okay, I get it. So take a panorama and then you can move this little cursor to where you want it to go right to. Oh, the panorama is nice. I need to do that more often. I did not know that. All right, so there was a setting I wanted to show you. So let's let's go up to the, so I've got mine connected to the home base. It's connected. I can do continuous recording. The default is only events. So I like continuous recording and events. Light settings, the light's disabled. I want the light to come on. Motion activated light turns on when human is detected, or a manual light. So maybe if it's going to be inside, maybe I don't want the light to come on. Motion detection. Okay, so you got motion detection is on. Human, vehicle, pet, all motion. And you got sensitivity and AI tracking, which we turned on earlier. Activity zones. You're going to, wherever this is set, you're going to set an activity zone. So hit add. When do you want this thing to sense motion? This is going to be very important. And you can move these around. And then when motion is inside that little blue area, it's going to notify you and start. And it could sound the alarm. And then you can add more than one. 2 activity zones are it. So I'm going to delete, and exit out of that. But that's a very important thing for activity zones. That's when you'll get the notifications. Sound detection's off. If you want to hear, if you wanted to start recording when you hear a crying baby. Pan tilt settings, AI tracking, presets. So that's where you would set the presets again. It's doing another calibration. Auto cruise. It will cycle through your presets when you've got it on auto cruise. Screen gesture control. Pan tilt speed. Slow, medium, and then you got all the way up to fast, and you can do a calibration. Angle settings, privacy angle. So if there's an area where you don't want it to record, you can set that. Video settings, night vision, turn off or black and white night vision, watermark. I just like the timestamp. I don't need the watermark or the logo. Stream quality, auto, ultra 4K. So it's going to determine according to your network speed, record quality. So the default is 2K. If you want 4K, you got to select 4K. Privacy zones. This is where areas you don't want it to record. Rotate image. If you want to, if it's upside down, you can rotate the image. Audio settings, microphones on, audio recording, and speaker volume. Notifications. Select the detection you want to be notified. I don't want to be notified on any of these, but. And you can do the interval time before, like a delay. And thumbnail, motion alerts. That's the one I think that'll set the, yeah, you'll start. General, change the name, a status LED storage, HomeKit portal. Oh, HomeKit, home base and HomeKit will not work at the same time. That's interesting. Mounting guide and about device. All right. Now let's go back. I've got a whole video on how to do, is it services? No. Events, smart. Yeah. This gets tricky because I've got the Eufy storage home base on a schedule. And there's the times. Oh yeah, you gotta go in here and so home, let's select the home. This is where it's gonna, the kitchen. light alarm, and camera alarm. Okay, so those are unchecked. Sometimes those are checked. But that's in home mode. So go to away. This is where no, it's not. Camera alarm. That's the one I'm talking about. This should be off by default, but when your home base switches to night mode, and if something walks in front of it and it senses the motion, it's going to sound the alarm, which you may want that, but this is probably going to be in the house, and you don't want the house alarm going off. It could be your dog walking in front of it or something. That's the one that gets me. And again, that's under, make sure I save. These modes, I got a whole video on this. This is kind of complicated. Putting it on a schedule so that this thing knows when it's recording and when it's not, or when it's giving you notifications and when it's not. So you can set up when it's home, and then you just select that, and you put it on a schedule: home, away, and night. Yeah, make sure the camera alarm is disabled in all those. In home, nope, I want to go back to schedule. Home, away, and night. Make sure that camera alarm is off, or that thing will sound. So, but again, I have a whole nother video. This is really hard in my opinion. That's the one. I love Eufy cameras. I absolutely love them. Once you get them set up, they're amazing. But doing this scheduling it's just a little tricky. Go back to home. There it is. And that is 8x. Wow. That is very clear. And then I could call it and talk through it. There's the speaker. I could turn the light on myself, and I can pan tilt it, and I could start recording. And I can look at the playback. So, yep, I do love these. Looks like it's full price right now. That's a little steep. Wait for these to go on sale. They typically do go on sale. $70 for a 4K pan tilt. I'm going to do a comparison with the 2K, or I forget what this is. Yeah, the 2K. This is probably the one to get. This is a little cheaper, I think. But they do go on sale a bunch. So I did buy this with my own money, and I wasn't paid for this video. I do like Eufy cameras. I've switched over all mine. The only thing I'm using it Blink for is my doorbell, and then I was using Blink a lot, but now I've kind of switched to Eufy just because they're nicer. So again, I'll put a link to it in the show description notes. If you purchase the product using my link, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these reviews. Again, bought it with my own money. Definitely would. I spent $60 for it. I would spend $60 for it if I wanted a 4K camera. I think I'll probably just replace it with the E220. That's not 4K and it's cheaper. So if you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.